Okay, so picture this. It's 2021.
Right.
The cameras are rolling. It's a birthday party for a huge celebrity. You know, one of those candid moments for social media that's supposed to look perfect.
Yeah.
But then the husband brings out the cake.
Mm-hmm.
And the frosting?
Yeah.
It doesn't say happy birthday. It's not I love you.
Oh, no.
It says in this big, bold piping, I'm leaving you. This was the only way I could think to do it.
Oof. That is dark. That's a joke that feels a little too real, you know?
Exactly. And everyone laughs. The birthday girl, Amy Schumer, she laughs. Her husband, Chef Chris Fischer, is laughing. It's just a joke.
But it wasn't just a joke, was it?
Fast forward to right now, January 2026. The joke.
Mm-hmm.
It's become reality. Tabloids are calling that cake a prophecy. But this is where the whole script flips.
It really does. Because instead of some messy public fight, we're seeing something totally different. Something, almost revolutionary in the celebrity playbook.
We're not just looking at a breakup today. We're looking at a total shift in how public figures say goodbye.
Welcome to StarScope Report. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Jordan. Together we uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, from red carpet surprises to the legal filings that change everything.
And today, we're doing a deep dive into a headline that really sums up a new era. Divorced. Don't break up. Do this.
We're looking at Amy Schumer's split, yes, but also the total vindication of Gwyneth Paltrow and the actual method that is saving stars millions.
And we've got everything for this one-court docs, psychological research on what's called the survival brain, and even some insider details on how you execute a cohesive split.
Okay, let's get into it. The hard data first. The headline. Tuesday, January 6, 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Amy Schumer officially files for divorce from Chris Fischer in New York County Court. 7 years of marriage. That's the legal fact.
Right, that's the paperwork. But the real story, the one that actually matters, it started a few weeks before that with what I think was just a masterclass in PR.
That Instagram post, December 12th, 2025.
Yes.
Oh, I have it right here. It's a photo of them on the NYC subway, and they just look fine.
Mm-hmm.
And the caption starts, and this is a direct quote, blah, 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 Chris and I have made the difficult decision.
Blah, blah, blah. It's brilliant, isn't it? She's literally mocking the whole somber celebrity statement we've seen 1,000 times.
The black text on a white background.
Mm-hmm.
We ask for privacy.
Exactly. By saying blah, 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 she's telling us, I know the script, you know the script, let's just skip all that.
It just completely deflated all the tension.
Yeah.
But she also used it to get ahead of the rumors.
A preemptive strike.
Totally. She wrote that the split was not because she dropped some pounds or because Fischer is and I'm quoting again, hot James Beard award-winning chef who can still pull some hot tail.
Which is funny, but it's also incredibly strategic. She's referencing her weight loss from her Cushing syndrome recovery and Anjaro use.
Right.
At the same time, she's complimenting her ex. She calls him the best and says, family forever.
But then this term started popping up from insiders to describe it.
A cohesive split.
Yes. And the internet, specifically Reddit, just went wild over this phrase.
Oh, they were not having it.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, people are pointing out that cohering is literally the opposite of splitting.
It's like saying unified separation or dry water. It sounds like total PR nonsense.
It does sound like an oxymoron, like something a very expensive PR team came up with.
For sure. But if you look at the strategy here, it's not just word salad, it's branding. It's signaling that the marriage is over, but the partnership, the co-parenting, the business is not.
Like a corporate restructuring for a family.
Exactly. And while everyone's kind of laughing at cohesive split now, this whole strategy has a very controversial history.
A history that, as you pointed out, actually cost another A-list actress a huge movie role about a decade ago for doing the exact same thing.
We have to talk about the grandmother of the modern celebrity breakup.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Of course. The conscious uncoupling.
2014. Gwyneth and Chris Martin. And the backlash, I mean, it was brutal.
Oh, it was insane. People called it dorky, painfully progressive, insufferable. It was seen as this, peak out-of-touch celebrity moment.
I remember that so clearly. It felt like they were trying to be better than everyone else, even at divorce.
Like they were too evolved to just be sad or angry. But here's the thing our sources uncovered that puts it all in context. Paltrow admitted recently that the backlash was so bad she was actually fired from a movie in 2014.
Wait, really fired?
Fired. Distributors apparently told the studio she was too hot to touch. The conscious uncoupling announcement made her a financial liability because the public just found her so pretentious.
That's incredible. So she lost work because she tried to be amicable about her divorce.
She tried to rebrand it before the culture was ready. She had what you'd call first mover disadvantage.
And now look, it's 2026. Amy Schumer does the same thing, just with a different name.
Cohesive split versus conscious uncoupling.
And instead of getting fired, it's seen as just smart planning.
It's the industry standard now.
So what changed? Why is it smart now when it was insufferable back then?
Well, for one, we've seen the alternative, right? We saw the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. We know how ugly and expensive that scorched earth approach is.
True.
But people also started to realize that conscious uncoupling wasn't just some buzzword Gwyneth made up in a yurt. It's a real therapeutic model.
Right. This is the do this part of the deep dive. Yeah. This comes from Catherine Woodward Thomas, a licensed therapist.
She literally wrote the book on it. It's not a slogan. It's a protocol.
A 5-step process.
Yeah.
Right. And I think we need to break these down because it's not just about, lighting some sage and pretending you're not furious.
Definitely not. So step one is find emotional freedom.
Which sounds a little vague.
It does, but it's really about biology. It's managing what Thomas calls the survival brain.
Okay, survival brain. Is that like fight or flight?
Exactly. When you go through a breakup, your body literally thinks it's in physical danger. Research shows the same parts of your brain light up for social rejection as they do for physical pain.
So you're basically in a state of panic.
You're in withdrawal. Your dopamine crashes, cortisol spikes. So step one isn't about just getting over it. It's about hacking your biology so you don't make life-altering decisions while you are chemically compromised.
Because that survival brain wants a villain.
Precisely. To make sense of the pain, your brain tells you that person is a monster. It's just easier to be angry than to be heartbroken.
So you pause before you send that text.
Or file that motion. Okay, so that brings us to step two. Reclaim your power and your life.
And this sounds like the really hard part, taking responsibility.
Yeah, it's moving from that victim-villain story to a co-creation story.
Meaning you look at your part in how things went down.
Right. Even if the other person did something objectively wrong, like cheating,
yeah,
you still have to look at your role in the ecosystem of the marriage that allowed that to happen. Not blaming yourself, but understanding the dynamic.
Which is so much harder than just saying he's a jerk.
Much harder. But if you don't, you just carry that victimhood into the next relationship. Which leads right into step three. Break the pattern, heal your heart. This is about identifying your source fracture.
Source fracture. Sounds like an engineering term.
It kind of is. It's usually a wound from childhood, some core belief like I'm not enough or I always get abandoned.
And if you don't fix that crack, you just keep building the same broken house over and over.
With a different person. Okay, so step four.
This is the one that sounds a little out there. Become a love alchemist.
It does sound woo-woo, and I think the name is a bit of a problem. But the concept is solid.
Okay, explain.
It's just about energy conversion. Anger, hate, resentment, those are incredibly high energy states. Alchemy here just means taking all that energy and pointing it toward building your own future instead of destroying your ex's past.
So instead of burning his house down, you use the fire to, forge a new key for your own.
That's a great way to put it. And then finally, step five is create your happy even after.
Not ever after, but even after. I like that.
It implies that happiness is possible even after this thing you thought was a failure. And this step is all logistics. Making new agreements for co-parenting, for shared friends.
You're basically transitioning the relationship from marriage to community.
You got it. It's project management for your emotions. And for celebrities with millions of dollars on the line, it's not just therapy, it is pure risk management.
And that risk management is so critical when kids are involved. But when we come back, we're going to get into why this method is especially important for the Schumer-Fischer family.
Plus, we'll see how the tabloids are desperately trying to tear this whole happy even after narrative apart. If you want to get ahead of the curve on these Hollywood strategies, make sure you're subscribed. We break down the stuff you won't hear anywhere else.
Okay, let's talk about the most important person in all of this. Their son, Gene.
Gene David Fischer.
And we have to just briefly touch on the name thing because it's so them. His middle name was originally Attell, after Dave Attell.
So his name was Gene Attell Fischer.
Which, if you say it out loud...
Yeah. Sounds a lot like Genical Fisher.
Yep. And they changed it, which shows they can laugh at themselves. But seriously, the stakes with Gene are really high.
They are. Chris Fischer is on the autism spectrum, something Amy's been very open about. And she's also said Gene is very sensitive.
And that is a huge piece of this puzzle. For a neurodiverse family, stability is absolutely everything.
Everything. A litigated divorce, one where you fight it out in court, it creates winners and losers, it creates chaos. But a mediated or conscious divorce prioritizes a stable environment above all else.
This goes right back to that survival brain idea.
It does. Kids co-regulate with their parents. If Amy and Chris are constantly in that victim versus villain headspace, their child's nervous system is going to be on high alert all the time.
So when she posts on Instagram, he's the best, family forever, that's not just PR.
No. She's actively fighting her own biology to protect her son's biology. She is overriding that natural impulse to make him the villain so that their son can have a peaceful life.
It's not fake nice, it's strategic peace.
Exactly. It's a survival strategy for the family unit, which is different from the marriage.
But even with this, Zen approach, the tabloids are not playing along.
Oh, not at all. A cohesive split does not sell magazines. They need a villain.
So what's the spin?
Well, you've got the National Enquirer and Page Six digging up that "I'm leaving you" cake from 2021 and using it as quote-unquote proof that the marriage was doomed for years.
They're trying to find the cracks.
Always. And they're obsessed with her physical transformation. They're framing her 50-pound weight loss as the classic revenge body.
You know the trope. Look what you're missing. It fits that old script where the woman has to win the breakup by getting thin.
A script which Amy has just flat out denied. She keeps framing 2026 as her year of self-love and self-care.
Right, and her weight loss was tied to her recovery from Cushing's syndrome. It was a serious health issue, not divorce prep.
But revenge body sells. Self-care is boring. It's like the media is trying to drag them back into a War of the Roses script while they're trying to write a totally new one.
And the money trail actually supports their script, too. Our sources say they quietly sold their Brooklyn townhouse recently, and at a loss.
Selling at a loss. Which sounds like bad business, right?
It does.
But in a high-net-worth divorce, taking a small loss can be a sign of a successful mediation.
How does that work?
It means you're prioritizing a clean, fast break over squeezing every last penny out of an asset. You just liquidate everything to separate the finances cleanly. It stops the fighting.
So let's talk about that difference for a second. Mediation versus litigation.
It's a huge difference. Mediation, you're looking at maybe $3,000 to $15,000. It takes a few weeks, maybe months.
And litigation.
For them. 6 figures, easily. And it takes years of paying lawyers $800 an hour to fight over who gets a lamp. And for a celebrity, everything filed in court is public record.
So mediation is really just a privacy shield.
It's the ultimate privacy shield. If they fought this out, every text message, every argument about custody, every financial statement would end up on TMZ. Conscious uncoupling is basically the ultimate NDA.
It's wild how Gwyneth Paltrow really played the long game on this. She took all that heat in 2014.
So Amy Schumer could have a blah, blah, blah divorce in 2026. She really did. She rebranded divorce from being a failure into being a transition.
So when we zoom out, what does this all mean for the future of Hollywood breakups?
I think we're seeing the messy celebrity divorce become obsolete. It's just too damaging to the brand. The stars who are really thriving are the ones who manage their personal lives like a corporation.
Controlled, civil, strategic.
Yeah. Schumer and Fischer are proving that the Gwyneth model isn't a punchline anymore. It's the industry standard. They're moving from soulmate to soul hate and landing on cohesive split.
And honestly, it's just healthier for everyone, especially the kids.
No question.
But there's one thought I can't shake. We've seen conscious uncoupling for marriage. But with everyone's lives being so online now, are we about to see this happen with friendships?
Oh, that's interesting. Like for influencers.
Exactly. Think about it. Influencer collab houses, podcast co-hosts, business partners who are best friends. When those relationships blow up, it is just as messy as a divorce. Maybe even messier.
You're right. There's no legal framework for a friendship divorce. You just get all these TikToks of people telling their side of the story.
And it destroys reputations overnight. I honestly think the conscious uncoupling of best friends could be the next big trend we track. The official PR-managed breakup of the squad.
You might be right. We're already seeing friendship breakups as a huge topic in therapy. It's only a matter of time before the PR machine figures out how to package the cohesive friendship split.
Well, when it happens, we'll be here to cover it. You've been listening to StarScope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture.
Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.